I found the video.
That don't know, Katy Perry went into space today.
The Illuminati symbolism is always the most compelling argument, if you ask me. Like how that looks like Baphomet, if you like squint and don't think too hard about it. That's always my favorite. That's always the big smoking gun. Where's the sound?
This was news to me. I did not know about Katy Perry. Tell me more.
Yeah. Katy Perry went into space today. They shut her up on the
1984
rocket, and Blue
that shirt goes ballistic.
Bezos, and these things, it's so badly done. Like people are like, Dave, are you gonna make a video on this? And I was like, I don't think I can. You just have to watch the actual video. This is a Blue Origin video. I just want to show you. This was from a previous one. This is when they sent space on another YouTuber's name who went up, and the amount of edits. Now I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. The amount of edits are insane. Before it clears the tower, there's like 10. There's 4 edits before that. But watch right here on the nose. Yeah, I just showed it. I'm going to zoom in and show you again. There's a glitch. This isn't a real rocket. Okay, this isn't a real rocket. Let me go back and see the glitch. Watch right here on the nose of the rocket.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
You see it? I'll zoom in, make it a little closer. Oops, where'd I go? We go back. Ready? There it is. So this isn't a real rocket, right?
Do it.
Now who's filming this? Right, this thing is shooting up into space.
Yeah.
Right, and it's going, and there's people in here. And it's just got this one little nozzle on there. It's got no fins. It's got no wings. It's got no stabilization. It's crazy. So let's look at Katy Perry's launch. This is her launch today. I think it was today or yesterday. And there was all women on here. Just her whole. I don't even know what her crew is, but there was all these women under Jeff Bezos' wife. Where's the smoke trail? Who is filming this? All right. Okay. We'll say a drone is doing a great job here, but this little fire is sending these people up into space. If this was if there was people on here, and some people are like, well, they didn't go to space, they just went up, and came down. There's nobody on here. This little flame is pushing this thing up into space with people on it. Right? This would be the scariest ride ever. You'd hear nothing but screaming and vomiting and other things.
You'd hear it from outside of the
people.
Outside of the rocket?
It would be insane.
I don't like this whole shape that they made either.
Oh, it's worse than that. Like on half the time, the cameraman has a glitch, and he makes the thing go up and down.
So much glitching.
It's very strange, right?
You'd think with the billions of dollars Jeff Bezos has, he'd fix the glitches, but he's making it too obvious that it's fake.
It's crazy, but you know what the zero-G plane is? When people go on that zero-G plane, and it makes a parabolic arc, and then you can float around. You can spend, I think it's like $5,000 or something, and you get to do this a couple times. So I'm just showing you, this is a zero-G plane, and these people are going around. So from the entire trip, we have Katy Perry. We get 30 seconds of her floating around with her friends. And if you watch, there's 1 edit, 2 edits, 3 edits.
That's supposed to be people in space?
4 edits.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
The dialogue is 5 edits, right? The 30-second, 6 edits, right? This is, and so what this is this is a little studio, 7 edits in a zero-G plane, 8 edits, and they're just clipped it all together, and this is all we get, right?
When does he talk about space being fake?
In 30 seconds.
I've already seen all of these arguments. I want the new ones, the space being fake. Well, no doubt,
it gets worse than that. So
naturally.
So this thing now is going to fall back to Earth. They all have to get into their chairs and get in. So they're allowed to move around and play and push off the walls. This thing, what's stopping it from tumbling? Right? It's actually repeating. It repeated. But,
it's a great point.
They always have to tell us who their master
Baphomet!
is, right? Here's her.
Baphomet!
I'll zoom in on it.
I told you!
Baphomet.
It's more like... kind of looks more like Lobo, almost.
Upside down. You flip it over. They do it all the time. Everything. Everything they do, they have that all the time. So
That is so bizarre. I thought, astronauts had to go through like training and zero gravity.
There's not
astronauts.
astronauts. It's space
tourism.
tourism.
They're going up and coming. Where are they going?
They just went up and they come down and it's crazy. Look at this. So the other guy was, this guy's name. He's some famous YouTuber. He's the last guy that went up. This is what he's wearing to go up to space, and this is what a jet pilot, a fighter pilot has to wear when he's just going, when he's going up for 1,300 miles per hour, 45,000 feet. They're going up 350,000 feet at 2,200 miles per hour, and they're just wearing jumpsuits, right?
Ridiculous.
Nobody's really thinking these things through.
Nobody.
When they come down, and they're like, yeah, but I saw the curve of the Earth. This is Kobe Cotton is his name. Kobe CC. Kobe Cotton CC 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
whoa. We can't just gloss over that. He just blew it wide open. 33. The number of the beast. When you walk it through like other things. Holy shit.
Earth, but here's the same camera when he's on the ground. The curve of the ground. It's the same curve. So they're just using a fisheye lens, and people just believe this stuff, right? People are like, you can go see a rocket launch yourself, and yes, sometimes they do launch real rockets, but they're not real rockets. There's never anybody on them ever. This is like called a Tupac rocket. It's a complete and total hologram. The amount of dust coming out of here
Wait, so he just openly acknowledged that you can go watch it, but they're still not real rockets. Does he not trust his own eyes if he was to watch it? That's the beauty of these things. Like when they did the final experiment for Flat Earth, where people could literally see the thing that proves them wrong, and they still won't accept it. That's always the most impressive part to me. There's always going to be something. No, it's not real. Like, yeah, you can invite me out there to watch this rocket launch, but it's clearly a hologram. Like, until he dies from trying to get too close to the rocket, he will not believe it. And even then, he will go to Valhalla thinking that he had got sniped by a COVID-21 sniper or some shit. Or 5G got him.
Obliterate everything here, but this smoke is just kind of lollygagging around. That's lifting up, 30 tons of weight, right? But when it went up, we had a little glitch. Watch right here. Watch the top of the rocket. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and come on.
No!
It disappears. We'll zoom in.
They thought we wouldn't notice. They thought we wouldn't notice.
Okay?
Hello?
This happens all the time with NASA. So, I'm done with space. I mean, the space that we can spend the entire time here for hours going on and on about space, and we really won't get. We won't even.
But let's talk about that, because why is it important that we talk about space? That is
because it's a lie.
One of their proofs to show this kind of round ball from space. I think that is one of the most important points that we need to settle on. Is there is no image. You've said this before. Most of my audience knows that all of those blue marble images are just that. They're cobbled together. So the fact that no one has ever been there to take a picture immediately, and NASA itself, and I've done several videos where I've got interviewed. I have not interviewed, but I'm playing interviews with the artist, with the graphic artists who say, "Oh yeah, we draw all that."
Yeah, I mean, the 2012, 2013,
we draw it.
Doubled in size. So
surely we can do better than that.
A year later, right? Then we have 9 images. So either 8 of them are fake or all 9 of them are fake. You can't have it both ways.
Checkmate.
It is. So this is one. I want to show you this one real quick, and then we'll get off the images. So this is the 2012 picture of Earth. So you got the United
stupidest
States
thing
here,
I've ever
right?
seen.
Florida, you're over here, right? United States got huge. Look how much of it, the Earth. This is supposed to be a photograph from NASA, right? So if we take a map of the world and we put that right here, we line it up with the map of the world, all of this other land, all of it has to be on the other side of that ball. Okay?
You'd have to be so brainwashed to think that's possible.
Space is fake.
Hello, everyone.
No! What? Why'd he stop? Wait, he was just about to go into space being fake.
Flying.
That's what I came here for.
Hello, everyone. I got this information from the Flat Out Truth Resurrection channel, and I wanted to share it with anyone who hasn't seen it because I thought it was pretty funny. This is where you can find the original video.
I've already seen all of this. I wanted to hear him tell me how space is fake. What a shame. God damn it. At the link? Well, no, the link is for his flat Earth evidence, right? Wasn't it Flat Earth Dave? Oh, wait.
All right, friends. Peggy Hall back with you from thehealthyamerican.org.
I'm not watching an hour. I just want to hear the cliff notes on space being fake. Jesus Christ. That's so hype. I don't even need to hear him speak. I'm just convinced. Where was it? Oh, here it is.
Pour some water in there. The water is contained by the upturned edge, and that's the Earth. The Bible is actually a super scientific book. Now, let me tell you something, but you know this about me, but just so your audience knows, before 10 years ago, 12 years ago, before I was forced to look at flat Earth, trying to debunk it, I didn't really have a connection to the Creator because I could doubt it. I would like, you know what, I don't know. And this is
a heartwarming tale, David.
Flat Earth. This is why they hide it, because when you see the flat Earth, you can no longer deny creation. It's like walking through the jungle. It's your first day on Earth. You know nothing, and all of a sudden, there's a 100-story skyscraper. Is there a creator? Is there a builder? You can't deny it. There is a builder. You can try to figure out.
I don't really understand that argument. Let's say the Earth was flat. You could still deny a creator. You could just say, like, well, it's just kind of how the universe is. It's all flat planets. I don't understand that comparison. I want to hear him talk about space being fake.
So I saw this on a video, and I forget the guy's name. I'd like to give him credit, but humans come in these different colors. What else comes in these different colors? Earth. Right? So the Bible was right whenever it was written about what humans come from. And I find that interesting. And then also, to have healthy soil, there's bugs in the soil, good bugs, bad bugs, right? You have to have that healthy terrain. We need to have that healthy terrain with the good bugs, right? It's the similarities are crazy.
She has no fucking clue what he's saying right now.
Man, and then how did he create women? Bible test question.
From the ribs.
Yes. From man.
From man.
Well, what part? What part, Peggy? It's the ribs.
They took
from a dome. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So there's 206.
You didn't even let her try. She had no fucking clue. She is zoning you out so hard, brother. She does not know what you are saying.
Bones in the body, I think, and only one of them is able to regenerate itself. Like if you broke off a half of a rib, it'll grow. The ribble is the only bone that will grow back.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and evolution has no explanation for this. So how did the people, whoever wrote the Bible, people say, whatever, unless it was divine.
What does this have to do with space? Tell me about space.
So are you watching the chat? Is anybody?
I'm watching the chat to give up something that they believed in for so long.
I've heard all this shit before. I want to hear about space being fake.
Take the time. People spent their whole lives being indoctrinated. You were taught that the Earth was a globe before you had
meaning and purpose, and I hope that everyone finds that truth because it is a truth.
Institute of International Affairs and the Trilateral.
Someone just give me a fucking timestamp. Why not watch the full hour? He's opened my eyes. He's so right. I've heard all of these before. I am so deep into this community. I've heard pretty much everything he's saying before, minus the space stuff, and I don't really understand, like, humans come in these colors, and you know what else comes in these colors? Soil. I haven't seen that argument being made yet. That was interesting, for sure. But outside of that, I've already heard this shit a lot. Couldn't tell you, Monty. It's something about control usually. Varies from person to person. Did this guy go to the final experiment? I don't think so. I don't recognize his name as being part of the final experiment, but I'll double check. No, wait. Oh my god, this guy... Wait, no. He's listed in the manifest as going to the final experiment. No! This guy literally went for the final experiment with like the 100% thing where he was literally going there to be proven wrong, or rather, prove himself right that there's no such thing as this 24-hour sun. Went there, saw the 24-hour sun with his own eyes, and is still refusing. Oh my god. That's huge. Assuming, of course, the manifest is accurate. But from what I'm seeing here, he was one of the people that did do the final experiment. Unless there's multiple David Weisses.
We've been looking. We're going to
cut webcam footage, 3 fake videos. We don't say they're fake because we say they're fake. We say they're fake because they're...
That's huge. That's so big. Yeah, like I said, there's just nothing you can do. It is what it is. He didn't go? Well, he's listed right here in the manifest. Why didn't... Or was he like one of the people they wanted to get to go? Because I see multiple videos talking about him. Like, this one says he's playing both sides now after the final experiment. This one has him listed as one of the participants. I don't know, maybe I'll have to check deeper. Maybe he didn't go. But he is listed quite a few times in regards to the final experiment. These 2 give subs gray. Is that what it was? They wanted him to go, but he backed out? Maybe that is what happened then. Yeah, he is listed all over that, so maybe he did back out. No, no worries at all, Sven. It seems like a cool speedrun. Yeah, the website says he declined to go. Ah, what a shame. Why? Why would he decline to go? It'd be the easiest way to prove himself right. He was just too busy. That's all. He was too busy. Thanks for membership, Peter. Bastard.